Добрый день, дорогие друзья! Вот мы, наконец, добрались до последнего занятия по теме Institutes and Faculties of Odessa National Academy of Law. Но прежде чем мы перейдем к отработке диалогов по данной теме, чтению перевода текста, мы хотим вам предложить просмотреть видеофрагмент о том, что предлагает Оксфордский университет на летних курсах по праву.
At Oxford Summer Courses, we model our teaching on the tutorial system used at Oxford University. The tutorial system means that the teaching is about your ideas rather than a preset syllabus. So you have seminars on the Monday and Tuesday, and then you get the opportunity to take your ideas and discuss them and dissect them in the tutorial. It's very much an interactive experience where you help set the tone of the teaching, you help devise the syllabus, and then developing your ideas further with an academic who's towards the top of their field.
My name is Rachel Clement. I am a law tutor here at Oxford Summer Courses, but in my day-to-day life I'm a doctoral student in criminal law here at the university. Broadly speaking, the law regulates the relationships between individuals and the state, and between individuals and other individuals.
I found it really interesting because law is so specific yet so vague at the same time, and in my tutorial I showed my teacher the essay that I had written. My teacher basically just sat down with me, I read it out loud, which was really helpful, and then she would just stop me, make suggestions and just provide tips. That kind of experience is really invaluable because you don't usually get that in school.
Teaching law here at Oxford Summer Courses is really interesting and really challenging because the law is such a broad-ranging topic. It does so many things in so many different contexts. Things like contracts, for example, for businesses and people who run businesses, but it also does things like telling you what the government can and can't do, what rights you have against the government. And that's the part of the law that I'm really interested in, and those are the subjects that I teach here on Oxford Summer Courses.
You find these borderlines between the legal definitions of things, and I think having that kind of ambiguity is really interesting. I find it fascinating.
Listen, check your pronunciation and translation. I'm a student of the Faculty of International Legal Relations. The faculty prepares specialists in law with emphasis of international law, European law, and comparative law.
Я студент факультета международно-правовых отношений. Факультет готовит специалистов в области права с акцентом на международное право, право Европейского Союза и сравнительное право.
The faculty is headed by the dean who is responsible for the development of university faculty. Studying at one of the leading faculties of the university is quite challenging, but very interesting. There are several leading departments at the faculty committed to promoting research and scientific work.
Факультет возглавляет декан, который отвечает за развитие факультета. Учиться на одном из ведущих факультетов университета довольно сложно, но очень интересно. На факультете работают 4 ведущие кафедры, которые занимаются исследовательской и научной работой.
The full course of study can be divided into 2 stages. The aim of the first stage is to provide a solid foundation for professional knowledge and to get knowledge of fundamental subjects. In the junior course, the students study such fundamental subjects as, for example, history of Ukraine, foreign languages, elementary computer programming and others.
Полный курс обучения можно разделить на 2 этапа. Цель первого этапа – обеспечить прочную основу для профессиональных знаний и получить знания по основным предметам. На младших курсах студенты изучают такие основные предметы, как, например, история Украины, иностранные языки, основы программирования и другие.
The aim of the second stage is to get good professional knowledge. In the senior course, the students study subjects determining their future specialty. During the final years, students are busy working at their diploma projects. Students also do practical training in their special fields.
Цель второго этапа – получить хорошие профессиональные знания. На старших курсах студенты изучают предметы, определяющие их будущую специальность. В течение последнего года студенты заняты дипломными проектами. Они также проходят практическую подготовку по своим специализациям.
Graduates of the Faculty of International and Legal Relations can obtain posts in local and central authorities, represent the interests of international private companies and firms as a corporate lawyer, and others. To receive necessary qualification, one has to take the full course of study that lasts 5 years.
Выпускники факультета международно-правовых отношений могут получить должности в местных и центральных органах власти, представлять интересы международных частных компаний и фирм в качестве корпоративного юриста. Чтобы получить необходимую квалификацию, нужно пройти полный курс обучения, который длится 5 лет.
Students of any faculty or institute of the National University Odessa Academy of Law do their best to become good specialists in their field of interest. For example, the graduates of Faculty of Civil and Economic Justice can provide legal support of foreign economic activities as well as legal regulation of land ownership relations. They can be employed in judicial authorities or work as notary offices.
Студенты любого факультета или института Национального университета Одесская юридическая академия делают все возможное, чтобы стать хорошими специалистами в своей области. Например, выпускники факультета гражданской и хозяйственной юстиции могут оказывать юридическое сопровождение внешнеэкономической деятельности, а также правовое регулирование отношений собственности на землю. Они могут работать в судебных органах или нотариальных конторах.
Faculty of Advocacy graduates gain knowledge and skills in legal, economic, socio-political, and humanitarian aspects, which is necessary for work in law firms and legal consulting firms to protect rights and represent interests of persons and entities. Graduates of the university can be employed at different spheres of law depending on their specialty.
Выпускники факультета адвокатуры приобретают знания и навыки в правовых, экономических, социально-политических и гуманитарных сферах, что необходимо для работы в юридических фирмах и юридических консалтинговых фирмах для защиты прав и представления интересов лиц и организаций. Выпускники университета могут работать в разных сферах права в зависимости от специальности.
Мы думаем, что данные слова, выражения позволят вам легко справиться с темой рассказ о своей жизни на факультете, о своей учебе. Ну и мы вам предлагаем прослушать диалог с использованием данных слов и выражений. Which faculty do you belong to?
I am a student of the Faculty of International Legal Relations. The faculty prepares specialists in law with emphasis on international law, European Union law, and comparative law.
What is the faculty academic staff and departments?
The faculty is headed by the dean, who is responsible for the development of university faculty. There are several leading departments at the faculty committed to promoting research and scientific work.
How do you learn law at the faculty?
The full course of study can be divided into 2 stages. The aim of the first stage is to provide a solid foundation for professional knowledge and to get knowledge of fundamental subjects. In the junior course, the students study such fundamental subjects as, for example, history of Ukraine, foreign languages, elementary computer programming, and others. The aim of the second stage is to get good professional knowledge. In the senior courses, the students study subjects determining their future specialty. During the final year, students are busy working at their diploma projects.
What do you like and dislike?
Studying at one of the leading faculties of the university is quite challenging but very interesting. I like that there are a lot of opportunities to develop my abilities and gain new skills. I guess the students would appreciate the chance to do more practical training in their special fields.
And what are your career prospects?
Graduates of the Faculty of International and Legal Relations can obtain posts in local and central authorities, represent the interests of international private companies and firms as a corporate lawyer, and others. To receive necessary qualification, one has to take the full course of study that lasts 5 years. Graduates of the university can be employed in different spheres of law depending on their specialty.
Oh, thank you for the informative story. Студентам первого курса бывает сложно рационально распределить свое рабочее время. Мы предлагаем вам просмотреть видеофрагмент, где вновь поступившим студентам-юристам советуют, как это сделать наиболее рационально. Итак, приготовьтесь. Listen to the tips for new law students.
Hey everybody, Winston Mackey here from the Legal Minute. I hope you're all doing well. I've got a special treat for you all today, my top 10 tips for new law students. These tips are going to help you get better grades and maintain your sanity while you're in law school. They really help me, and I think they can give you a hand too.
The law is inaccessible. My job is to change that.
Tip number 10, maintain a healthy lifestyle. It's absolutely true that a healthy mind and a healthy body go hand in hand. But in law school, you're going to be doing a lot of sitting down, whether you're reading at home or going to class. So schedule some intensive exercise in your schedule at least 2 to 3 times a week, and don't binge on junk food when you feel stressed. Also, don't try to cheat on your sleep. Everybody in first year, including me, tried to cheat on their sleep, and it just doesn't work. When you're tired, you're going to work a lot slower, and you're not going to remember anything you read or anything you study. So get the amount of sleep you need to function correctly. I'd also like to recommend taking a day off every few weeks. During that day off, don't think about the law, don't read about the law, just do what you want to do. I usually take a day off as a reward for handing in an assignment. Tip number 9, have a life outside of law school. Your family, friends, and hobbies keep you sane. You don't have to sacrifice everything you love to do and all the people you love to see just to get good grades in law school. That's a myth and it's not true. Join a school club or two that isn't related to law and meet some other people who are studying other things. You got to expand your horizons. University is a wonderful place to be and you really should take advantage of that. Tip number 8, law school is a full-time job. You're going to be a very busy person during the school year, and it's important that you invest your time wisely. That's why I recommend you don't get a part-time job unless you absolutely need one. Also, don't go to your law school's employment networking events until your second semester. In your first semester, you just don't have enough knowledge, legal knowledge, to make a positive impression with employers. Tip number 7, learn to cite properly. You should learn your law school citation style earlier rather than later. Trust me, you don't want to learn it the night before your first paper is due. At McGill, we use the Canadian Guide to Uniform Legal Citation. You want to be comfortable with this by the end of your first month in school because some profs will actually deduct marks on you early on for improper citation. Tip number 6, visit your profs. If some of the course material is unclear, go to your prof's office hours as soon as possible. I know it can be intimidating, but the clarity that you're gonna get is really, really worth it. Before visiting your profs, formulate specific questions instead of just saying, well, I don't get it. Office hours are another opportunity on top of class time where you can learn about what your prof is interested in and their views on certain legal issues. Remember who's grading you. Tip number 5, go to class. Always, always, always go to class. If you don't have the time, you're doing something wrong, reevaluate your time management. You don't want to miss out on the key benefits of going to lectures, like the key points of the week's assigned cases. And just as important, when you go to class, be prepared in advance and be ready to work. Take a look at all of the assigned readings before the lecture or else you'll be lost. Turn your phone and your laptop's Wi-Fi connection off so that you can focus. Tip number 4, make case summaries. Case summaries are one of my favorite study tools, so I make one for every case assigned to me in the year, whether I actually read that case or not. In less than 100 words, you want your summary to have the case's main facts, legal issues, and above all, the main rule that the case gives us. Don't fall into the trap of making page-long summaries. They're useless for studying, so you're putting in extra work for nothing. Think cue card, not novel. Case summaries will be a godsend when it comes time to study for your tests because you just won't have the time to go back and read everything again. Tip number 3, learn how to read. Reading cases and legal literature is a different ballgame compared to the reading you've done before. You need to read efficiently. Whenever a prof assigns a reading, you should ask yourself, why am I being asked to read this? In general, cases are assigned as readings to introduce you to a new legal rule. To tell you the truth, you just need that main rule. So instead of reading every page from top to bottom, skim the pages, reading the first and last lines of every paragraph to get the text's main points. You'll get most of what you need to know, but in a fraction of the time. Tip number 2, don't read everything. Law school is going to ask you to read a ridiculous amount, usually between 100 to 200 pages a night, but I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Reading everything is a waste of time. You don't usually need to read a case to find its main legal rule and understand it, so be selective with what you read. Only fully read a case if a prof talks a lot about it in class. Most of the time, combining the best parts of 2 or 3 online summaries into your own summary is a much better strategy than actually reading the case. You'll understand just as much as everyone else, and you'll save a lot of time. And finally, tip number 1. Start an outline for each class on day 1. An outline is a bare bones roadmap to a class and the world's best study tool. An outline is basically a short compilation between 20 and 40 pages of the most important parts of your reading notes, class notes, and summaries. Since your outline is the only document you really want to be bringing into an exam room, you want it to have all the legal rules and the checklist that you learned in the semester. Making an outline is the best way to understand, organize, and memorize information. An outline only works if it's concise, so leave out anything that isn't crucial for your exam. During the exam, you won't have time to dig through your outline looking for answers anyways. Now, conventional law school wisdom says to start your outline a few weeks before the exam. That's wrong. Start your outline on day 1. By starting your outline early, you'll have plenty of time to memorize it over the course of the semester, especially in the weeks and days before your exam. Meanwhile, your colleagues who started their outline late, they're going to be hustling the days before the exam trying to organize information, not memorizing and preparing for the actual test. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my top 10 tips for new law students. A quick honorable mention, you should probably buy your book secondhand. You will save a lot of money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with every law student you know. I'm Winston Mackey and thank you for watching the Legal Minute. See you next time.